1340, 26th of January 2021. Okay, so going back in time but forward from the last sketches. My time at 11 Furnace Road, sorry, not 11 Furnace Road, 11 Montague Road, Burnley, Lancashire, BB114JQ, if I recall correctly. Furnace Road was when I lived in Middleton, Manchester, if I remember rightly, but it was 11 Montague Road. I was just up there recently, speaking to who I thought was my father. I learned later on that it was something completely and utterly different. That's all I can say at this stage. So, going up Manchester Road, you would come to Piccadilly Road, Carlton Road, and I've said Furness again, but it's not, it's Montague Road. Now, on Montague Road here would be a bowling green. So there's a huge wall here, it's like a 10 to 15 foot wall. Above that and over the wall, there would be a bowling green there. So you'd come to the end of Montague Road. In fact, I'm not sure as you went over this road whether Montague Road carried on or whether it was a different road. I'm sure it could have been still carrying on Montague Road. But if you took a right, then took an instant left, you'd come to Palatine Square. I lived there temporarily when I first moved back in 1997. My cousin Stephen Hayes, his friend Paddy, used to live on Palatine Square. Quite nice actually, but it's like when you come out of there, it's hell on a stick again. So if you take a right, there was a girl here that I dated once, called Nicola. She was an NHS nurse, primarily from an Irish background, even though she wasn't Irish. Her family was from Ireland. She was a former friend of Lisa Parks, who's now married to Darren Jago Ford, former best friend at primary school and senior school. She introduced us, and yet I lived just around the corner. But when I dated her, when I went on that date with her to Sidewalk 53, the Sidewalk, the Club 53 was the club above in Burnley. We went out and we ended up in the Sidewalk, what used to be called Sidewalk. There used to be a guy called Phil who used to run it with his son James. I worked there for a bit. It was quite good actually. Used to call me a pansy. Quite funny, isn't it? So I went on a date with her, but Darren called me up when I lived in the Lake District in Penrith one night. He says, I've got somebody who wants to go on a date with you. It's a blind date. Her name was Nicola, and all along she lived just around the corner from my father, right there. Nice girl. If you take a right out of Carlton Road and you come to here, there used to be former newsagents. That's where I used to do my paper round. Very straightforward. Before Piccadilly Road, there used to be a kids park there. I used to play on it when I was a kid. You come back down further, you'll see Burnley Manchester Road train station. If I remember rightly, there used to be a huge residential home on the corner there. I think they redone it out as flats. There was a church on the left-hand side here on Manchester Road. The bus stop was around here. I got into a horrible fight with a kid called Greenie and Anthony Pearson one day. I lost the plot there. Again, being picked on. So let's get into the inside. First off, the outside of 11 Montague Road. So this is the front gate. Come to the front gate. Some bushes here. Next door neighbour here. Next door neighbour here. Front door here. Front door here. Bench here. Front dining room. My father and Sheila's bedroom above. He had CCTV above, and he had a house alarm just above that. It was a 4-bedroom house, and the 4th bedroom was the attic. So a bit more of the interior. So you go in through the front door. There used to be a cabinet on the left hand side, if I remember rightly, and there used to be an alarm panel there on the left hand side. And then you go through another wooden door, and you'd either go left into the living room, or you go down the hallway into the kitchen, or you could go straight onto the stairs upstairs. Straight ahead would be Stephanie's bedroom. The bathroom would be on the left. You go up a little step, and that used to be Amy's bedroom there. You come back down the hallway, my father and Sheila's bedroom here, with a laundry cupboard, like a dirty, where you'd put your dirty washing in there. And here is the entrance to the attic, with a step right there before you had to get on and come back up. And that's more or less it. Stephanie's bedroom in 1988 was when we first moved in there. Actually, I think 87, 88 was my first bedroom. And then before I left in 1990 to go back and live with my mother, I was in Amy's bedroom, which later on to become Amy's bedroom. Stephanie wasn't born when I left for Newcastle in 1990, if I remember rightly. So going in to inside, so you would go down the hallway. On the right would be a cloakroom. There would be the kitchen. You would turn left into the living room there. There'd be a chair there, a couch there, a hatch there, like a kitchen hatch, wooden hatch, which would open up into the living room. Used to be like a short table there where we used to put the phone. Living room window used to be there, looking onto the back street. Used to be a chair there. And the living room fireplace would be there. It would have a mirror above. We'd have the television in the corner. 2 double doors would take you into the dining room. There'd be a fireplace there, and all my father's VHS tapes would be in the corner here, and the front window would be here. My father used to put his computer there. You come in the doors, and he would put it right there, and he would be at it all the time. So going on to the bathroom, the smallest thing ever. You'd go in to the bathroom door. The toilet would be in front of you. The sink and the bathroom window would be there, and the bath would be on the right with a shower above, and obviously a closing glass panel. Excuse me. Amy's bedroom, again, very straightforward. You would go into the bedroom. The window would be on the right hand side, and there used to be, back in the late 80s, a cabinet. I don't know whether they changed it around, with like a cove here, and it used to have like a one of those pull down switch lights. The wardrobe there, the bed would be there, the cabinet would be there, and I used to have a black and white television. How do I know and how do I remember? It's that Sheila, I was watching V one late night, and it was a school night, and she came running in at about 12 o'clock and confiscated the television off me because I was watching V late at night. You believe that? And you can ask her. She did do that. So Stephanie's bedroom, again, very straightforward from when it was. You'd go in the bedroom door there. In front of you would be the bedroom window. There used to be cabinets there, and there used to be like cabinets above, like a cove, and the bed used to be under the cove. Tiny, tiny room. So going up to my father and Sheila's bedroom, you'd go in the bedroom door there on the left. Wardrobes would be on the left. Bedroom window would be there. Bed would be there, and Sheila's kind of like makeup cupboard would drawers and everything. It used to be there. Before I left for Genesis Panama's on a Friday, Saturday night, I'd always go in, and she'd always warn me and told me not to, and always tell me off for using her concealer. Because when I had acne, I'd always use her concealer. I'd never buy mine own. I always used to nip in and use hers. I shall tell you. The attic, very straightforward. You go up a step, through the door, up some steps, and there used to be like a white panel above. Used to be like a small hatch there, which would lead into a colder, darker, fall-through attic, and there used to be a hatch there, and I think he had that filled in. I'm not sure, but he'd also, when he didn't have his computer downstairs, he'd have his computer here as well. When he moved his computer upstairs into the attic, extremely important that. Geoffrey Thomas Heathcote, born 25th of August 1976 here at Millhouse Mill Lane, Telford, Wellington, Shropshire, Tango Foxtrot 11 Papa Romeo. I have to come in because I ran out of space.